there, it's Karen here. Welcome back, and we're back to working in the ballet journal. This is the Ringband Ballet Journal, and I really want to get this this first page finished and put away so we can start another one. They seem to be taking a long time, I know, but there's kind of a lot to them with making pockets and flips and putting things in them as well, so that once it's done and that's it. I haven't got to come back and put things in. So I've still got to make something to go in here. I've got to finish this off. So this is as far as I got last time. But I have in the meantime done a bit of preparation so we can move along a little bit faster. So I've actually backed this with some writing paper, which I've extended below and folded it up so that it actually can be a flip up. That's the idea, but I wanted it to tuck behind there so it wasn't visible. So I think that's the first thing I want to do, is glue that in. I just thought this was a beautiful image and I just wanted to leave it as it was, but flip it up and use it as a... I was thinking of having it as a pocket, you know, so slipping something in, but I thought maybe make a double use of it and flip it up for writing space. That's what I'm going to do with this one. So I think one of the nice things you can do with these ring-bound journals is you can add pockets and flips and all sorts of plenty, and they never really get, hopefully that's, yep, get too full. I'm just going to move it over a touch. I've also put some paper down here to cover the envelope flap, so that it just looks like it's just attached, like without anything tucked under. So I'm just going to put that there. I don't know if I need to really cover this because it's all beautiful anyway. So, but what I thought I would do is then put a little pocket under here. So you flip it up and then there's another little hidden pocket. Oh, no, there was something else I was going to do first. Whoa, take that off quick. Something else I wanted to do before I stuck this down. Something more decorative. I don't know if I've got room. I've got this beautiful piece of lace here. It's the only bit I've got. It's pink and it's lovely. And I wanted to tuck it behind there. So, I'm just going to, I wonder which, no, it needs to go that way. I'm going to trim off some of this because I can't tuck it all behind now because I've stuck down the pocket, the flip. So I'm just going to try and cut that bit off because I don't need it anyway. I don't want it to show. And see if I can just tuck that behind there. And then glue that down. And then that will go there like that. Isn't that lovely? Yeah, so that's what I had planned to do. I think I may have just about rescued it. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's hope I rescued that. So then you can write all down here or stick photos or whatever. And you've got a nice bit of space there. And then that flips down, so we'll need a little tab on here. I'm just wondering whether to pop that at that side. Don't really want to cover up both her little feet. They're so pretty with the ballet shoes on. Or maybe I should do it just and get hold of it. Sorry, I know I have a tendency to disappear off the bottom of the camera. I noticed when I was I haven't finished editing one of my more recent videos. I think the one for Wednesday, which will be the Wednesday before when you see it, because this is for Friday. So I filmed my Roxy's Weekly Challenge for Wednesday, and I realised that a lot of it's kind of just below the level of the camera, and I really apologise. I think my camera, I get it set, and then it kind of drifts a little bit, and I don't realise. So I'm going to have to try and remember to keep checking that it hasn't drifted So where I've set it that way, it kind of drifts back, and then I lose this bit down here, and I don't realise. So I've got to try and make sure I keep the piece I'm working on well within frame. But you get so involved, you almost forget that you're actually being filmed. You get involved in what you're doing, and then you forget to check where you are on camera. I'm hoping that's glued there. Let me just check if there's any more need for glue. I might put a little bit more down there just to make sure. Yep. This top bit doesn't start peeling away. Let's use a piece of dry wipe. So if I do start to drift off camera, just shout at me and I'll try and hear you. Okay, right, so let's lift that up. And yeah, I've done a little bit of preparation in that I've made this little pocket. I just had a scrap of paper, I think it's from the Natty and Moon kit. I just tore it, not very well because you can see I made a bit of a mess of it, just tore it up roughly into a pocket shape, and then I backed it with some glue book page just to make it sturdier. So I've just got to make sure that goes under there, so it's not visible, like that. And then I have tried to find that's too narrow. I've got a whole bunch of bases in a box that I made ages ago with book posts folded in half. They got glue pages that I've just kept of different sizes, and I punched out a few preparation pieces for some tags. So I've got a punch that does this, and I just did the one, and then I added some extras to do it with. So I think maybe I'll use one of these. So I've got different lengths, but they're all the right width for this punch. I'll keep that there to remind me that's what's in there. Let's see if that's the right height. Yeah, that would be okay, wouldn't it? So all I need to do is, well, if I back it, I can punch it all in one go, can't I, hopefully? So, yeah, I'll glue this on first, and then I will finish off that little tag. Pop that in, and then that bit will be done, and we've just got to do the journal card for the envelope. Now, where has that got to go? Can bring it down just a little bit. There we go. I think it'll be all right there. Just double check. Yep, not visible. Yes, I hope it's not. Nope. So, and it's almost blending in, isn't it, this little pocket? So you almost imagine it's not even visible itself because it kind of goes with all the background quite well. Right, and then so we've got our journal card or little tag. So I think I'm going to now just back it. I've got a scrap of digital paper here that's got some notes on it, but it's very pale, so it's easy to write on. So we'll back it with that. It's all in keeping with the theme. Right, now we need to find a bit of paper just to cover this and a little image to put on it. So, what we got in here? Nope, that will have to be used for another time because it just wasn't wide enough. actually too big. It's a little bit big. Want a smallish one, really. Almost going to cover the whole thing. Let's just see. Could just glue that on there. I think I might just do that. To glue that on there. I might not do the fancy top because then otherwise I'll lose all of this, won't I? I can do it on another. I might just do the corners, just round the corners on this one. So I'll just ink it and glue it on. I think that one can be considered done. Oh, should round the corners first, shouldn't I? And what about the background piece? If I was to put it down the bottom, I could just put a little bit of lace behind it just to zhuzh it up a little, couldn't I? Just a little piece of narrow pink piece would be quite pretty just at the top there. Yeah. Alright, I'll just glue that on. Glue blob or something. No, it's a bit of paper. A little bit of paper stuck to it. Okay. Try it straighter, slightly straighter. And then we'll just put that little bit of lace across the top. Oops. And just trim that little tiny bit off. Oops. And we'll ink around that, and that piece is done. Sure it's all properly glued. Right, where are we? Here's our little book. I might add a little bit of little pearls, a little set of 3 pearls I think, on there as well. Give them a little extra glue. Just up there, final little decorative touch. I wonder if I put a little bit of that lace on this pocket. Just feel it hasn't got any decoration on there, has it? Just put that little bit there. It's one of those things you could decorate it forever. You probably will. Sure that doesn't stick to the card behind it. Right, let's just quickly make this card here. I've got this piece of masterboard in amongst my bits and pieces ready to use and bases and things. I've got this little bit of masterboard. I've had it goodness knows how long. Now was that what I was going to use? No, I decided I wasn't going to use that. That's right. I had it ready, but no, for this, that wasn't quite the right size. So I pulled out another one of my folded over book pages, glue pages, because I think that will fit quite well in there, like so. I won't show you, but yeah, so that's the one I'm going to use. I'm just going to pop this in here now. And we'll just back it, I think, with the same piece, the rest of that piece of paper. The music paper, is that wide enough? Ooh, just, I think. No, it isn't, not quite. Okay, got another piece at the ready here. Hopefully this is big enough. This is another piece, but this is from from Shabba Dabba Doodah's Pink Parisienne, I think. Yeah, that one will work. Just got to remember to trim off the white bits in case I forget and put the card right up to the edge. Right, that's a nice piece of backing paper for writing on. And then for the front, I thought I'd use some of the lace paper from the Shabby Dabba Doodah. This is, I think they all have a bit of neutral in them as well as the colours. So I've got the pink one and I've got the green and blue one. I think this one was from the green and blue, but it also has some neutrals in the pink collection. So I think I'll just might just tear that down. Go all the way to the edge. Just going to cut off that kinky bit. As usual, I haven't torn it very straight. But never mind. So that's going to go on there like that. Not straight at all. So I'm just going to have to trim that a little bit, I think, because that just looks silly. I don't know how that happened. Well, yeah, I do. It's kind of how I do things. Not very straight. Tearing particularly. Don't know why I did it, really. Just seemed like a good idea at the time. Okay. Right, and then I've just got this little card ready because I thought it would be go quite nicely on there. So that's going to go, which way do I want it to go in? And then I might put a bit of lace on the outside. I might put it in that way. Yeah, and then I might put a little bit of lace along this edge. What have we? I think I might use this one. So I have to ask, does anybody out there watch Bridgerton? It's on Netflix. They've just dropped the first half of the new series. And I've watched it, of course. I'm absolutely obsessed. Is anybody else like that? I was like, oh, it's only Bridgerton. I can take it or leave it. Well, I knew I got really hooked on the first two series. But it seems so long since we saw it. I thought, well, I won't remember half the characters and I'm sure it won't grab me in the same way. Oh, yes, it did. Oh, yes. Within half an hour, I'm thinking, oh, this is good. I'd forgotten how good this was. I really love it. So do the girls. Hannah had watched the first 4 episodes, well, the 4 episodes that have dropped before me. I'd only managed 1 at that point, but I've caught up now. And then I couldn't help myself. I've started watching again from series 1. I watched the first 3 episodes of series 1 back to back last night. What's the matter with me? But I'd forgotten so much of those early episodes because it was probably about, I don't know, was it 3-4 years ago when the first ones came out? Can't remember. It was a fair while ago. And already I can see some of them look younger than they do in the new series. So yes, I thought, well, it'd be quite nice to go back and remind myself of how it all started. So yeah, I love it. So I'd really be interested to know, I presume it's available worldwide as it's on Netflix. might just, yeah, I might just overlap that a touch there. Okay. Oops. Now I need to find, I think, a little word or something to go down here. A little pack of stamped words are here somewhere. Okay, found them. I'm just going to, because I forgot to do it before I put the lace on, so instead of rounding the corners, which I normally do, I'm going to have to snip them. Right. Shall we have dance? That works. They're dancing. Okay, yep. That there. Needs a little something up here, doesn't it? A little extra something, I don't know. I've got some bows that might work. I've used all my pink ones. Oh, here's one. I think is that the right colour there? It's a bit blendy in that one, isn't it? Bum, bum, bum. Not sure about that one. Oh, what about that? Maybe that would work. Or basically the same colour. Slightly different shaped bow. Not so well formed. Kind of going back to pink again. Prefer it, I think, in the end. Okay. I had to quickly turn my hot glue on. Don't think I've got anything that will hold it. So we'll add that when that's heated up. In the meantime, I'll put that aside. I think it's done. And we will move on. So we've got that, and we've got the flip up, We've got the little journal card in here and writing space up here. So yeah, like that. And so I thought I pulled out the next page I want to use. I thought I'd use one of these green ones, because we have bits of green, as you can see, and the colour goes really well. I might just cut this out actually in case I want to use it. Although I'm not going to do just a green page, I'm going to put pink on here as well, because I think we can't just stick to one colour, otherwise we'd end up with just a couple of green ones and loads of pink. So I'm going to mix them up. But where there's an obvious colour on the background paper, we'll certainly use that colour on the page. So I've got that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but right, so I thought it would be nice to start off with, what was I going to use that for? I know. I've got these things sort of piled up here ready to use. I can't remember what I was going to do with them, but it's okay, I can figure it out. So I've got this piece because that's one of the clusters, and I wanted to use that because I thought it would go really well on one of these green pages. But rather than just putting it on as a cluster, I thought I'd back it with something to make it more of a journal card. Maybe that's why I was going to use this for. I think it might have been. Let's have a look, see if that's possible. So I could just put it on there like that. Then we could just make it into a journal card so that it can then be made into something like a pocket or a side tuck or something. So I think I will cut that down. Doesn't have to be, I only just want it to be a little bit bigger. I don't mind if the bit of paper just pokes out at the side. Slippage. I might just cut that down a little bit. Where are we? Bring that down. Cut it at about there. And then I can put it there, and we can pop something in there. Right, let's attach the cluster to the journal card at the back. Near the top, I think. Cover up as much of that blue as I can, because it doesn't really go with the rest. Otherwise it's fine on there. Might try rounding those corners a little bit, just to soften it. Right, that's as far as I've got in my thinking. Get that on there. So I don't really want to flip it, I want it to be a tuck. Then I could add something over the top. I have to confess, heavily inspired by Tina at Shabby Dabba Doo Dah. She does all this kind of thing. She tuck things over the top. flips them up. Don't know if that will work. So you could do that. You can have something in here, but it'd be pretty tight. Maybe that's not the ideal thing to use. Don't know where I'm going to use that. I've just got it on standby. I think I need a little bit of backing paper. That's what we need. A little bit of something behind. Just gonna tear. Oh, and this has been backed with some green. And tear it across the bottom. Right, and I want some lace, of course. Where have I put it? Oh, I've got my box over here. That's a really pretty little floral piece, isn't it, from an old handkerchief. Let's see if we can incorporate that somewhere. Down here. Or if I stuck it to something, I could make that into a nice little tuck spot as well. Right, let's find something to stick it onto, because then, or I could round it. Okay, so we'll do that. I don't know if I need... maybe not at the moment. Right, I'm on a quest for some lace, aren't I? Of that. Yeah. That one there. My little corner tuck down here. That there. Kinda. And what else can we do? So you've got to have a card to go in there. Have I got anything? I feel like a lot of the Ooh, I was going to say a lot of the journal cards I might have to make. Oh, I think this is going to be too big, unless I swap it over and have that as the tuck and make that the journal card. Ooh, would that work? Could. That could work. Just. That's rather nice, actually. Okay, yeah, I think that's what I might do. This is one I made as part of Roxy's weekly challenge. Oh, it's a not meant to be a tuck really. It's a writing space. It's a journal card, and I haven't got many journal cards, so maybe I shouldn't use that. But maybe I need something else. What's this? So if I were to embellish that a bit more, cut it down a bit, that could be. Well, I'm not sure about the colour of that. Nope, nope, that's not quite what I want either. Okay, this is a pocket, but it could be a tuck spot. Is it too tall? Oh, this could be just an embellishment instead of another pocket. So if I've got that there, I can tuck that in here and put a journal card or a tag in here. What have I got? Oh, green one. Too big. Could be too big. Ooh. Well, it is a bit big. It's the right width, but it's too tall. And I'm reluctant to cut it down because it's so pretty. Okay, we may have to figure that out. Okay, I think I'm going to put these bits on and then we'll see how we go after that. So gluing and inking, and then gluing, inking and thinking. That's what I have to do. I'm just going to lay this here for a moment, just so I know that's what's going to go there. And before I commit to this pocket going here, I'm just going to see if there's any others that I think would look better. Cluster. Got this, that's a bit smaller. That's not big enough for that to hide behind, is it? No. Oh, it's a wraparound. Oh, that's interesting. Is it an wraparound? No, it's all folded up. It's not a wraparound, it's a tuck-in, but it's too small. Okay. What else have we got? 2 blue. 2 blue. Ooh. What's this? Oh, this is the paper bag from Rocky's Weekly Challenge. Well, that'll take up a whole pocket, the whole page in itself, won't it? On its own. Okay. Ooh, what's this? That's rather lovely. Whoops, upside down. And again, it's a... well, that might work actually. I just clipped these on here. I wanted to finish this off. I wonder if that would work there. This is end up going to be too small now, isn't it? To pop in there, or is it? I think I'll stick with plan A. Well, this is plan B, isn't it? Because that was plan A. And that's not quite right, even though the colour's perfect, but I don't think it needs to all be green. I want to get a bit of pink in there anyway. So I think that's what I'll do with this. I will put this in here. And just have that little bit of, yeah. Okay. So let's put this pretty piece down. Would have made a nice little tuck spot, but I just like it so much on here, and the tuck spot won't work with this pocket because it's too long. So we'll just pop it on there and hope the glue doesn't show through, because it's very fine. I don't know, cotton fabric of some sort. I think it's okay. And then we'll put, oops, put that on there. So, yep, round 3 sides. Oh, this is made from an envelope. Sometimes I just don't remember what I've made, or what the base was. Just got to make sure I give enough, a little bit of give, not have it laying too flat, so that the little journal card has got room to pop in there. So I'm just kind of pushing it up a little so there's a little bit of space. Okay. And then we can put that, ink it up a little bit first. And then, yep, that's backed. So we can put that in here. I can try, because it's a little thick. There we go. So not completely disappeared. Maybe I need to put a little tab of some sort on it, eh? Yeah, I think maybe I do, because it'd be hard to get it out if I push it in too far. So I don't want it too visible. I like things to be a little bit hidden away. So maybe we'll just put a little bit of lace on there. Or try Oops. I've got this bit of lace I could use. It's a bit flimsy, I think, to use as a tab. There's the end of this piece. Right, I'm going to use this little bit of trim. Just a little bit, something to get hold of. And I'm going to use my hot glue gun, which has got itself stuck to the kitchen towel, that I'll lay it on so it doesn't make a big blob of glue on my mat, on my desk. So let's get this the right way around. Yes. A bit there. Like that. And another little blob along there. Try and trim off that little strand that's come adrift. Okay. There we go. I'm going to pop that in there if I can. So go right in, and then we've just got this little tiny tab poking out here. Ooh, what's that? Ooh, it's a card. There we go. There. Okay. And we've just better finish off this other journal card, and then that'll have to be the end of the video for today. But I think I might need to do a bit more decoration on this side, but it's nearly done. Let's just make sure this is the right, oops, orientated the right way. There we go. Right, bit of glue, oh goodness. Okay. Oop, there's a bit of glue showing here. See if I can get that off before it dries. I don't know if I can. This is a wet wipe because I don't think a dry one would work. Don't know if anything will work. Just get it off before, because I don't want it showing. There we go. Got most of it off. It's not hot anymore. Sorry to mention. Right, so that's the little journal card. Whoop. Where'd it go? For this, which we've now finished. Let's get my hot glue gun out of the way. So that will go in here. Tuck it right in. I don't mind if that little bow pokes out there. Right, that's that, and that's that. Ooh, I've got to do my reinforcers. Okay, that's reminded me. So this one I would consider finished, unless I want to put some more lace down here or something, which isn't always possible. But that one's that done. And then this one might need a little bit more something, maybe down here. And it certainly needs its reinforcers doing, so I'll do that off camera. And I'll put a little tag in here. I'll make a little tag, which I'll show you next time, so that we can keep moving forward with this. Okay, and that's our little journal card from a cluster that I've popped in here. There we go. Alright, so that's it for today. That went quick, didn't it? Oh, it's lots of fun, but it's enough go quick the time we're doing these. And we don't really get as far as I would like, but never mind. We'll keep moving forward and see how we get on. I will see you again soon. Bye for now.